Hello. A friend of mine had suggested a while back that I do some book reviews on YouTube. I've done them on my blog for several years, so I decided to give it a shot. So, do a little quick introduction here first. I've been reviewing books on my blog, Thoughts of a Sojourner, since about 2008. Got the name for that blog from a mostly Southern Gospel recorded song, I Don't Belong. There's a reference in there to us being sojourners here on earth, and we don't belong because we're Christians going somewhere else. And I've done probably close to a couple thousand book reviews on that blog ever since then. And this is going to be a different attempt for me. I've never done videos. Don't like to hear myself talking. I don't like to see myself talking. But I figured I'd give it a shot. And most of the books I do on here is probably going to be ones that I just recently read and just want to do a quick review for. Starting this new venture out with a book that I did review on my blog for an author. And the book is titled Deadly Sanctuary, and the author is Mindy Steele. She was, to me, a new author of just a few months ago. She's been writing Amish type books for several years, and no offense to her or any authors that write that, or any readers who like those, but they're not really my forte. But a few months ago, she wrote her first book in that series, and it is titled Bones on the Mountain. And that was book one in her Mountain Protector series. I read it and I really liked it. And then she had an upcoming book about the time I read that one. This one was coming out shortly. And it was Curse, Breaking McKinley's Curse. And I enjoyed that one. And then a few months ago, it became possible to review the third book in that series that was coming out, Deadly Sanctuary. The only thing I didn't like about this review opportunity is it was ebook only. And I'm not a fan of ebooks. And this might sound selfish, but if I'm reviewing a book for somebody, I would like to have an actual physical copy. But it sounded good. I liked her other books, so I decided to go for it. So got an ebook form of this, and I just actually got this paperback. Came in the mail the other day. I ordered it from Amazon. The official release date was July 25th. I'll read the premise of it. Sending help, hell froze over. With those words, the fast-paced danger and tension of Deadly Sanctuary explodes onto the page, and Mindy Steele proves she's a master of weaving a gripping romantic suspense tale. This book is a nail-biter, delivered in spades with plenty of danger, romance, and suspense. A handsome warden, a troubled cop, and a woman caught in between. Years ago, journalist Emery Bishop survived the unthinkable. Now the single mother is heading home to her grandparents' bed and breakfast in Kentucky to seek sanctuary. With a dark past looming all around her, Hickory Cove is the one place Emery has always felt safe. Although this time, Emery finds herself the center of attention she didn't know how to protect herself from. Corbin Peachy is the local game warden. Protecting nature is his calling, and leaves a man little time for romance. But he's instantly drawn to the guarded journalist. Corbin's protective nature wants to help her, but can his patience tear down the walls Emery has built all around her, or will a string of recent murders send her running again? Emery has to decide if she's willing to trust the local game warden with more than just her heart. One will live, one will die. I really liked the book. She came up with some great characters. Corbin is former Amish and still has a little bit of Amish tendencies. Like, if I remember right, I don't think he has electric in his cabin, possibly. But he's an extremely likable character. Emery is still recovering years later from an abusive husband. And every time he comes up for parole, she leaves town, which is exactly what happens at the beginning of this book. She's got a little boy, Cooper, who was, I should have checked before I did this review, but I think he's like 10 years old, if I remember right. And he and the game warden, Corbin, bond immediately. The plot of the book, there's dead young women popping up pretty much all over the place throughout the book. And Emery is obviously hiding from her husband, afraid that he might get out of jail, be paroled. The book had a lot of suspense. Very likable characters, as I mentioned. Those are important to me in a book. If you cannot relate to characters, the book's gonna kind of be a fail for you. But try to make this as brief as I can because I spent some time on the introduction. But it is a book I recommend. There are 3 books in the series so far, and it is a series. This is one of those series you don't have to read them in order. The characters from the other 2 books do not appear in this book, and the plots don't interweave at all. It's just they're all centered around the mountain area, general same mountain area, and there's some kind of game warden, law enforcement type male character in them. But check out that whole series, and if you are into the Amish series, check her out, Mindy Steele. I will put the information on the video after I edit it, and it probably will need edited majorly. And if you want to check out my blog, I do longer reviews of the books on there. I can be pretty wordy. In fact, it's one of my weaknesses. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope it will interest you in Mindy's books and you will check them out. Thank you.